It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning, and we're talking success.
Good morning, everyone. What a pleasure to be here with you. You know, I need to tell you that I flew in from a wonderful few days with some great soul leaders. And I want to just take a couple minutes and tell you a little bit about that this morning before we get into anything else. I think I got in a little after 2 a.m. And as I was getting up to come here this morning, my wife's like, how much sleep did you get? And I'm like, you know something? Enough. It's fun to be involved in something that energizes you and fills you. Even if you've got short days sometimes with it, it all feels good. And what a pleasure it was to be with so many wonderful soul leaders. And I'm just looking here at our chat board this morning. A lot of you, just seeing you here. Look, Kimberly Bourne there in California. I love it that you chat in, everybody, because then we get to say hi. We get a picture of you. So chat in if you haven't. If you haven't done that before, and if you're getting on for the first time, when we get together as soul, we chat in. That's how you feel the love. That's how you bring the power of the soul community into your life. And let me tell you, I just spent a few days with that soul community, and it's pure uplift. I think life sometimes brings challenges. Well, I do know that. I don't just think that. But the soul community is all about bringing uplift to that. And then we get through those times. We figure things out. We know we got support. We got each other's back. And other days are just wonderful, aren't they? They don't seem to have any challenges. And being part of the soul community can be, and we always hoped it would be when we founded the company, can be a real difference maker. So if you're out there and if you see this, or if you have a friend who sends you this link, we want you to know you're welcome here, and you'll find lots of great energy in the soul community. There's Dolores. I love Dolores. She just said, good morning, Dolores. How you doing? And Julianne Clark. Good morning, Julianne. I'm picking a few names here of people that I'm seeing here that I don't know as well, but we're looking forward to get to know you. Jump into the soul community and you'll find the community will wrap its arms around you. It has been that way for me and so many people. And I want it to be that way too. Kristen Brunius just said, get ready to laugh till your cheeks hurt. We did a lot of laughing in our get together, this soul community team leadership get together we had these last few days in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which is a really cool place if you haven't been there. Augustine Santos, how you doing from Houston? Elizabeth Alleman, good morning, Elizabeth and Karen. Scalabro, did I say your name right, Karen? Scalabro, welcome to the soul community. Caridad Machado from Florida, welcome. I think I saw Osvaldo from Florida too. How you doing, Osvaldo? You should hear Osvaldo share. He's a really good teacher. He knows his stuff. Super humble, down to earth guy. I've listened to a little bit of Osvaldo's sharing and teaching. He's super good. Denise Smith, how you doing, Denise? Karen Scalabro said, close enough. Okay, you're going to have to tell me sometime, Karen, how I say your name. San Francisco, Ebony Brown from the San Francisco East Bay. That's a beautiful area. My wife, Donna, was recently out there for a day with our daughter. She took a picture of the Painted Ladies. If you are not from San Francisco, you might not know what the Painted Ladies are. I think it's called Painted Ladies. They're structures, by the way. They aren't actual people. I learned that. They're out in the San Francisco area. Okay. All right, everybody. Great to see you. We have 5 things we're going to jump into this morning, 5 of them. First, we're going to talk a minute about this wonderful leadership community meeting we had in Gatlinburg. And I'm going to show you a picture and leave you with a thought from it. A thought that is still ruminating in my mind because it's powerful. It's a great Monday morning thought. I'm going to leave you with that. Next, we're going to do our success key recognition because that's what we're all about. It's the seemingly little things. They look little, they're not. It's the seemingly little things that make all the difference in a business like this and in a mission like the one we have at Soul Naturals. And then the third thing is we're going to talk a little bit about the sample pack It's doing some amazing things. I want you to know about it. Then fourth, we have a visit from our friend, marketing director, Hope Anderson. But Hope, she couldn't be on live, so she recorded for us this morning. So we get to hear Hope still. And she's got a message related to the sample pack. It's good information. It's stuff that I think can open our minds and keep clear an easy way that we can open this journey for anyone, virtually anyone. And I love that. That's one of our goals, is to make it easy for anyone to have what we have at Soul. We're going to learn about that from Hope. And then fifth, because I'm saying this now to start so I don't forget, because I sometimes forget, we have the mystery bag. So we're going to do a mystery bag giveaway at the end. So everybody chat in, because the only way we can give you the mystery bag is if you chat in. If you chat in, then Kristen, behind the scenes here at the office, she's putting your name on a ticket and your name goes in a bowl, and then we can draw you. So you want the mystery bag. The mystery bag's always good. It's always got a few things in there that she handpicks. So make sure you chat in. We'll put your name in there. Let's see. Andy Bales jumping in here. We got Betty jumping in. Oh, man, love Betty. Betty's another person you need to hear. She's like super talented and also knows a ton about health and herbs and cares about. Betty's centered on, I help people. That's what I do. I teach them and I help them. I'm there for them. So love Betty. Okay. Oh man, I need to probably move on, huh? Because I want to keep saying hi to everybody. We love seeing you. Keep chatting in. All right. So we spent a few days talking a lot of strategic planning. I love strategic planning. Here in the office, we have such a great team and a lot of differing points of view. That makes it powerful here in the office. I love even more strategic planning, where we in the office get to go out with you and spend a few days, if we can, a few days. I mean, sometimes it's just a day, or it might even be an evening. But we got to do a few days in Gatlinburg. We had a little organized campaign where you could come there. And you know what? We're going to do that again. So if you missed it, it's okay. We're going to do that again. And we want to see you there. Trust me, you want that experience. It's one of those experiences that really does change your life. I'm a firm believer in being involved in worthwhile things, even if you're there for a few hours, even much more so for a few days. They never leave you the same. You're never the same after. You have a broadened perspective. And what that means is you have more personal power. Personal power is where it's at. May, we just wrapped up Mental Health Awareness Month, and we're about giving people personal power through sufficient nutrition, filling gaps that are lacking, and through community. These two things give personal power. And when we have personal power, that's something we can tackle anything. And we talked about things we're tackling and we want to tackle in the Soul Mission throughout the rest of this year. We've got about a half a year left in 2025. And, we're already well into plans for 2026. And so when we look at all of this, it all centers around bringing personal power to people. So we got to talk in various ways and with various topics with a group of 10 of our wonderful leaders here in this leadership retreat trip that we just completed in Gatlinburg. And so I want to leave you with just one thing. A lot was shared. A lot of photos have been shared. In none of them do I look very good anymore. I just laugh at myself. I've never taken good pictures. My wife takes lots of pictures, and the family pictures. I always have some goofy look on my face. But I love the pictures of everybody else because I get to remember. So I'm going to show you one picture here. Let's pop this picture up here. Lydia Ferrantino was there with us. She kind of slipped this picture in the end with a quote by Josie Bassett, and I thought, you want this, because I resonated with this. The quote is, "Dreams come a size too big so that we can grow into them." Oh, I love that. I love that. Dreams are not dreams unless they come a size too big. And a size too big is the point. It's the whole point. They are so fulfilling because we have to grow into them. What a great thought. That's truth. That is something that changes life. And it applies to everything, doesn't it? Anything in our life that we want to become or develop, We could look at it in a sense as a dream when it's something we're not yet there at. And there's purpose behind that. The growth is what comes, and that's where all the happiness and the satisfaction is. So what a great thought, huh? One thought from our Gatlinburg, and this really honestly has nothing to do with it. We didn't sit and discuss this quote, but this quote is reflective of all the discussion and the efforts that I think were put into a great few days. And we had some fun as well, too. And hopefully, if you had an upline who went to that, ask them to share a few photos from it or to tell you some of the things we did. I'm sure they'd be happy to do that. Yes, dreams do come a size too big so we can grow into them. And it's our job at Soul to provide simple ways so people can actually first believe those dreams and start to access them, start that growth. Everyone can access dreams if they're willing to grow. That's the little thing. That's the little truth that I love in this quote. So we'll thank Lydia for showing us that. I love that. All right. Oh, it looks like I'm looking at the chats here. I missed something good here. Dolores must have said something great because Lydia was complimenting her there. Okay, if I keep reading chats, I'm not going to get done this morning, and I promise I'm not going to be as long as I sometimes am this morning. So let's go into some recognition. One of the main reasons we exist as Soul Naturals is to lift other people, and I love doing this part. Our success keys. Here's the success key this morning that we're featuring: Trial Box Hero. When you give a sampler, any kind of sampler, we have the trial box, which is beautiful. And now we have a second key in this area, in this category of Trial Box Hero called the sample pack, which is the same drinks in the trial box, but it's just one of each, okay? So we decided we're going to recognize this morning those who shared and formed an enrollment account for the first time with the trial box. Those are your trial box heroes, and also the sample pack, both of you. Why? Because that's that first step. That is the first step to achieving your dreams and feeling the way we want to feel emotionally and mentally, and in communities that are supportive and uplifting. Those are the dreams that we can provide at Soul. So, all right, trial box heroes. We're going to start with, I think we have 3, and I'm going to tell you who they are right now. Adriana Guerrero is a trial box hero. And Veronica Torres. Lots of great activity. We see you, Veronica, this last month. All your activity, well done. You're also a trial box hero. You did a lot of other things, but one of the things you did was open that gateway with the trial box for someone for the first time. And Hugh Jenkins, we got to hear Hugh in the Soul Showcase. And Hugh is also a trial box hero and gets honored this morning. He opened that pathway. Now, I'm going to jump to a group of people who use the sample pack to be a trial box hero, because it's also a trial, and it happens with 2 groups of people. And I'm going to circle back to who those 2 groups are, but right now we're going to honor those who did that for the very first time. This was their first step. That is that they purchased the sample pack, and it was their first purchase from Soul Naturals. So we're going to honor now all the mentors who just did this in the last few weeks, because this has only been available for a matter of weeks. It's brand new. We've talked about it a little bit because we're seeing so many sparks that are igniting from this, and the light bulb turning on and eyes brightening as people get exposed to, wow, I've got these great options. And they don't even know yet about the greatness of the community. And that's the second thing that they're going to get exposed to. But first, it's going to be the sample pack. First one on here, let's give Minnie a round of applause. Minnie was there this past week. Man, what a joy Minnie is to be around. And she's funny. He had me laughing. What a talented person. Minnie has done some awesome things. In fact, she was on last week, wasn't she? Or 2 weeks ago. We didn't meet last week because of Memorial Day, but 2 weeks ago, Jordan had Minnie. So if you haven't heard Minnie and you want to hear from Minnie, and she's worth listening to, I mean, go back and listen to that one 2 weeks ago. Faye Haley, you're a trial box hero. That Faye helped someone with the sample pack, and some of these people, Minnie did several. I've got them all in one group today. So they might have done one, they might have done several. A lot of people did several, meaning that they helped several people this past month try their first Soul product through the sample pack. Valerie Bledsoe, Valerie was also there this past week. Congrats, Valerie. Congratulations, Sarah Phillips. You're a Trial Box hero. Veronica Torres, also here with the sample pack. Well done, Veronica. Mindy Height. Carrie Norbit. Kristen Brunius. We were with Kristen this last week. Kristen, I will tell you this, Kristen is a strong individual who has a giant heart. So, Kristen, well done. Thank you for being a Trial Box hero. I know you're doing great things with this. Edith Ugalde de Garcia, well done, Edith. Betty Runkle is also a Trial Box hero. And Corinne Lott, we got to be with Corinne this past week too. Corinne's an angel, by the way. You'll just ask me about that story later. Hugh Jenkins, also a Trial Box hero with the sample pack. Tammy Peterson, another one of my very, very favorite people. Tammy is a Trial Box hero. Lydia Ferrantino. Lydia gave us that great quote this morning. Dreams come a size too big so we can grow into them. Oh, don't forget that. That's a key in life. And Maria Balderas. Maria Balderas is a Trial Box hero. Debbie Perez Cockburn, another one of my wonderful. Debbie's a sister. Debbie's a sister. I've known her for 35 years in this industry of natural health and lifting other people. What a life changer Debbie has been. She has influenced me and many people. Ebony, I think it's Ebony Brown. I think I'm pronouncing your name right. Jenny Marcano, another wonderful light to other people. Magdiel Upierre is a Trial Box hero. These are all sample pack heroes. Jackie Stevens is a sample pack Trial Box hero. Grace Rios. Congratulations, Grace. Good to see your name there, being the wonderful person and leader that you are, the light that you are. I love that. Okay, so congrats once again to all our Success Key honorees this morning. Now, I want to just settle on that last part, which was the sample pack. If you're not sure what the sampler is, if you're kind of listening to this for the first time, or you've heard it a couple times and you're like, okay, you know, I'm hearing a little bit about that. Maybe that's not so much the way that I reach people. You know something? It can be useful for everyone. It really can. I mentioned something about two groups. What we've seen is we have a big group of people who will buy the sample pack because it's only $14.95. And if they're for the first time placing an order in Soul, never done it before, and it's the only thing that they buy, they don't have to pay shipping. So it's just $14.95, no shipping. And in that pack comes a $15 discount that anything that they buy going forward, they get to take $15 off. So it's free to them, yet it requires a commitment of $15. It's not that there isn't anything there that they need to do. They need to do that $15, which we believe it's set so that everyone can do it. Nonetheless, that they do something is important because we have to take charge and take the step forward if we want to change and grow. And part of the growth I'm talking about is have the health that we want to have, feel the way we want to feel every day. That's what Soul's all about. The sample pack is something that we do to provide an easy, accessible to all first step. And so there's no free shipping the first time. That's the first group. The first group is people who are exposed for the first time. And if you take just a second and you sit back and you think in your life about the people you tend to come in contact with, and those among them who can use a lift in their health, we all can, to be honest, but there are certain times that it's very evident. And I can look at where it's really evident with people right now. This is something that I can offer them that gives them 7 life-changing drinks because it has our 4 signature drinks and it has our 3 proteins, or at least all 3 flavors of our life-changing proteins. One of them is collagen forming, and 2 of them are plant-based proteins that have the hydration, the good fats, the probiotics, the enzymes. They're digestive healing, protein providing, and also energy and activity enhancing, because it's a lifting Soul Complete that really change people's lives nutritionally. All of these drinks are in here. The odds are really, really high that whomever elects to try this sampler from you is going to resonate with several of those 7. They have 7 chances to really resonate. And what you need is for them to resonate just on one, because that's their body talking to them. Hey, I need this. I have something I want to do to put you in a better place, because the body's always seeking that balance and that strength. And whatever will resonate from these drinks, you have a seven different angles that to resonate with them. They'll likely resonate with several of them, and they start their journey and they change their nutrition, and life is never the same. And then they get the real surprise. The real surprise is they get to meet you in the soul community, be part of the community. So that's at least how I view this whole sample pack. So it's a no risk opportunity for that first group of people. Now, the second group of people that tend to be involved here are those who already are in soul, but for whatever reason, there are any number of these 7 drinks they've never tried. And I will tell you, it will surprise you how often someone, it won't surprise me because I've heard it over the years, has never thought to, you know what, I never tried Soul Excel, or I never tried Soul Renew, or yeah, I haven't tried the collagen yet, or no, I haven't tried one of the other drinks. And all of a sudden, or they did many years ago, maybe they sampled it somewhere, and it wasn't what really resonated because of where their body was. And now they try it and they go, wow, it's like I craved it. I drank it once and I just craved it because of what was going on today or at that time in their body. And it starts them on a new journey. So the second group of people that really benefit from this are those that are already in soul. They can just add this to an order for $14.95. Again, it's a really good value for them because it's 7 drinks for that price. And suddenly they get exposed to all that soul can be for them. Remember that our bodies and our minds, they're always moving as our body seeks homeostasis. And so it's never the situation where, oh, I like this one. This is the drink that I really like. That's true, but that too often is viewed as that's my drink instead of I have resources in all these drinks, and at any given time I'm able to use them, try them, and feel what my body needs. And sometimes it's the drink we don't think we need that all of a sudden resonates, changes something in our body, and a sample can get us that first step. And then we can try the rest. And what I love about this second group is they can add it to any order, but they also get the $15 discount. We treat them the same. So they want to buy the normal size of any one of these drinks or several of them, they've got that discount that at any time they can use. So I love this concept, and I really feel like we have it dialed in. This is the brainchild of Hope, who I'm going to share her video next. I think we've really dialed it into a real sweet spot where people can access this, make those changes in their lives. So I think you might be surprised to know we saw a record number of people do the sample pack for the first time. Now, I say compared to any other type of sampler we've done in the past, that's the record number of people. But we saw several times that number of people that have been in soul, and maybe they've tried a product, or they've done this or they've done that. Try this sample too. And that group was surprisingly big and very active. And what a great opportunity for them to broaden their nutritional resources and get a chance to let their body feel these other drinks. That's kind of where I feel the strength of something like this is. If a person will at least let their body feel it, then they can get a real feeling for what I can be adding or increasing right now in my nutritional program. And it might surprise us sometimes which drink that I can add that sort of makes a huge difference. And maybe it didn't in the past. So we have a big group of the second group. It's just as powerful. Both ways are powerful. We're about changing lives and supporting that. So aren't we? So think about that for a second as well. If you're thinking about how you can help people, think about those in your life that have not yet had that first step. And also think about those who have, who maybe have sampled a little bit about soul, what soul is, but they haven't been exposed across all these 7 drinks here. And there are a couple others, by the way, that aren't in this pack. Infatuate and Avant Greens and Good Vibrations is a third. That's 3 others. They are game changers as well. A lot of what we have is in drink form so that a person can easily assimilate, quickly absorb, and get a broader and a bigger dose of therapeutic nutrition in them. Okay, I've talked a lot about the samplers. Terry says, I love these drinks. They've done me so much good. I'd be willing to bet with Terry, and same thing with Infatuate. She mentions Infatuate. She's probably used all of them. And that's what I do. I bounce around. I use them all, and I'm using more of some in some days and less of others. And sometimes I'll even miss some days with some of them, and I'll come back in a couple days. But they're always all there. And when you can have that blessing in your life of having all of them there to draw from as you need, I can tell you it's a great advantage. That's sort of our hope for everyone. Okay, so a lot going on with the sample pack. Now, I want to end today, before we do our mystery bag, with one other a piece of education for all of us. It's a reminder for some of us. It might be news for some today. When someone buys the sample pack, they automatically kick off an email journey that Hope has prepared. And I've asked Hope if she would tell us, review for us today, what does someone get? So put yourself in the shoes of the new person who has bought this, or someone who's been in Soul and they've bought it, who's given us an email. Oh, please help people give their email. We don't abuse that. We never sell them. They don't ever get off to any other company. But we can communicate and give education through them. These email journeys are an example of what we can do. And here is Hope talking about the email journey that comes when anyone buys a sample pack. Let's listen to Hope.
Hi everybody, really quick, I just wanted to show you our automated email journey that goes out when you purchase the sample pack. So these are the emails. I have them pulled up to show you really quick. This first one sends out as soon as they purchase. It's just kind of like, hey, this confirmation of your order. You can view your recent orders, and then it goes over the benefits really quick of each drink so that they have a little bit of an idea of what to expect when they get that. And then the next email that also goes out immediately upon purchase, and when I say immediately, within about 30 minutes, it takes our system time for our systems to communicate, but it is their gift card, right? Because this is one of the amazing features of the sample pack, is that it comes with a $15 gift card. So we have removed, there used to be an expiration date, like a time by which they had to redeem this amount, and we've taken that off. But ideally, you still want your customers to shop and make their next purchase within about 2 to 3 weeks from purchasing that sample pack, right, and getting it. So we send them this code and this card, and they can go ahead and start shopping, and we let them know, like, hey, make sure you log in, just a little reminder so that nothing gets messy. But they're going to get that immediately too, so they can begin shopping and using that as soon as they make their purchase. They don't have to wait to receive their sample pack. And then the next one, obviously this says test, it would say their name, is a letter from Greg, our CEO, and it's just a little bit of background knowledge and heartfelt information about who we are and why we do what we do. So it's a great introduction to Soul, because you'd assume if they're purchasing the sample pack, they're not too familiar with us. So we have that going out. And then we also have information on the drinks. Oh, and there's, just so you know, the first 2 emails go out the same day, but that there's breaks between these 2 emails. So this email it should still arrive like about when they're receiving the drink, their package. And it lets them know our favorite ways of mixing up each of the top 4 drinks that comes in that sample pack. And then they're also later on going to get an email that provides reviews, just a little bit of a taste of some of the reviews we have for each of the drinks. And then they'll also get an email prompting them with the subscription information, just since it's such a great way to save. I mean, you can be saving, 25% or 20% the first time if you're hitting that 150 minimum, and so it's just an awesome way to save on our products, and we always want people to be able to stay on our products for as long as possible, so we're happy when people subscribe. And then if they haven't purchased by the end of after 2.5, almost 3 weeks since their initial purchase, we send them these last 2 emails. It says, hey, you feel off but don't know where to start, we've got you. It prompts them to take our quiz, which is awesome because that's going to link them back into whichever packages you have recommended in your settings as a brand specialist. And then kind of goes over some of the dangers of chronic stress and why we should be concerned about that. And it also gives them option to shop by health concern on our website. And then if they still haven't purchased after that, they're going to get this prompt again, like, hey, remember you have this money to be spent on your next order. Don't let it go unused. And it's pretty simple. It's just a good reminder to get them to be like, hey, I need to go use that. A lot of times, honestly, life just gets busy. And so we just need those little reminders. So that's why we have this automated journey set up. We're hoping it helps develop their relationship with our brand and their loyalty, but also helps remind them and open their eyes to see all the things that we have. But of course, if you have those personal relationships with them, the personal touch is what you provide, which is what we cannot ever replace. So it's also great to pair that with your own follow-up. But yeah, anyways, we really like this sample pack. It's been going amazing so far, which is why we've kept it. It's a great way to introduce people to Soul, and I can't wait to see what you all continue to do with it.
Okay, awesome, Hope. There's a few announcements in there, There are a few announcements. First, I want to ask a question and chat it in as we wrap up here today. How long is the sample pack going to be available? In other words, when does this sample pack offer? Chat that in if you know the answer. How long is the sample pack going to be available? All right. And secondly, what is the deadline for the new person to use their $15 off? Because everybody who buys the sample pack gets a $15 discount. What's the deadline? Hey, chat it in. Oh, you guys are so on top of it because I'm looking at people. Eric Patterson says forever. Okay, it's ongoing, says Lillian. Magdiel says they have 30 days to use it. So Magdiel's talking about the $15 coupon. Okay, and then we got some no expirations. The reason I asked this is we did announce a deadline. Any of you who thought, oh, there's a deadline to the sample pack, you're not dreaming. We did have one. We've just taken it away. We've canceled the deadline. It's now ongoing. Secondly, yes, who was it? Magdale, who said they had 30 days to use the $15 off. That was the way we launched it. We have now made it ongoing. Both things are ongoing. Okay, so now there's a little bit of thought behind that because sometimes it's nice to give people a little bit of a deadline so that they'll move forward, and that's true. But really the strength of the sample pack, which is ongoing, and the special offer, which is ongoing, both of those have no expiration. So that's the good news, is that you can with confidence talk with anyone and tell them, hey, you can try this and you get this. And depending on their journey, whenever they're ready to make that purchase, they can use the $15 discount. I look at it this way. Hope talked about an email journey, and the $15 offer. Those two things are like the company reaching a hand out to someone and pulling them up that mountain way to better health. We're giving them a hand and pulling them up, but that's just one hand. Two hands is even a stronger way to pull someone up. And the second hand is you, the mentor. And Hope mentioned this at the end of the video. As you've shared it with someone, when they hear back from you, you have the confidence to know, oh, the company is sending emails. They got all these messages. I know what messages they got from the company if they looked at their email. And if they didn't, I'm not going to leave that to chance. I'm going to tell them, hey, have you looked at the email you got? There's some great information on the sample pack. That's you extending the second hand. And then further, as they have a chance to try the drinks in a week and 2 weeks and a little bit of time passes by, you're able to extend that second hand again and let them know, hey, don't forget to use your $15 savings on any one of those products. And I'll help you with whatever you want to talk about so that you can get on your nutritional journey. That way it's a two-handed approach and we're both lifting them along, the company supporting, and you as the mentor is that personal, warm community contact I think that everyone needs personally in their life to make that change and open those pathways for them so they can feel what we feel. So I think you can tell I love this sampler. I love how it's organized. I love the quantity of products they get to try, and the price is just right for everyone to be able to give that a go. And with the company supporting on follow-up and you as mentors giving follow-up, honestly, they can't fail. They will find at least something in there that will make a difference in their lives, and they'll probably find several things, speaking of the various products in there. Okay, everybody, thank you for joining me this morning. We're going to wrap up here, and let's draw our mystery bag to wrap up. We got a good group of names in here. Thank you so much, by the way. Lots of great chats in here. You guys are on top of it. Kristen says, or let's see, who is it? Lillian says, yeah, the personal touch can make a difference. Oh yeah, Lillian. I feel like it makes all the difference. And yeah, Minnie says we can let them know. We can let them know about the great emails they're going to get. That's a great conversation piece. When they buy the sample pack, hey, you're going to get a bunch of emails. They're really interesting. Look at them, and I'll talk with you about them. And let me know if you have any questions. All right, so somebody chat in stop. Or do draws. Chat in draw. I'm stirring the names here. And as soon as I see somebody with draw, okay, Lydia just said draw. One of the papers fell out, so I'm going to do. Okay, all right, draw. All right, we got Rachel bragging up. Rachel, I didn't even say hi to you here. Look at all those draws on there. Rachel, you just won the mystery bag. Look at you. Okay, this is Rachel's mystery bag. Rachel was on recently. What a great story. I feel like Rachel she was born to open her mouth and help other people. She was just born for that. She has a powerful story, and she knows what the product journey is like. She's done it, and she continues to do it. So I'm happy for you, Rachel. Congrats. And everybody, we will see you soon. Thanks for joining me this morning. It's always a pleasure. We'll see you next Monday. Bye.